It's 2030. The world has changed. The dollar's lost significant value, and your bank tracks every transaction you make. Your financial privacy, gone. You can't send money abroad without permission from your government. But you own Bitcoin. In a world where wealth is being drained by inflation and oppressive systems, Bitcoin offers a lifeline. It's not just another speculative asset. It's freedom. Borderless, censorship-resistant, immune to inflation. While central banks print more currency, Bitcoin's supply is fixed. Only 21 million will ever exist. You can store your wealth in a way that isn't vulnerable to the whims of policymakers. In this future, Bitcoin doesn't just store your money, it stores your freedom. The best part? You can choose to own it now, before demand for what Bitcoin offers increases tenfold. As the world turns toward decentralized, borderless systems, Bitcoin's value will rise with that demand. We're not talking about future speculation here. This is the reality that's already unfolding. Experts predict Bitcoin could reach unimaginable values in the coming years as more people and institutions adopt it. And unlike traditional assets, its supply won't increase to meet that demand, making its value skyrocket as adoption expands. This isn't about getting rich quickly. It's about securing a place in the future financial system before the rest of the world catches on. It's a seat at the table of the most significant financial revolution of our time, and the clock is ticking. Bitcoin's adoption is moving faster than anything we've seen before. But to understand why, let's look at the path of technological evolution and where Bitcoin fits into that history. Technology adoption. Every revolutionary technology goes through the same journey. Ignored, mocked, fought, and then adopted by everyone. Electricity? Critics feared it would burn cities down. Automobiles, laughed off as noisy toys for the rich. The internet, brushed aside as a passing fad. Today, these are the foundations of modern life. Bitcoin is on that same path, but this isn't about gambling on a token. It's about understanding the birth of a new financial infrastructure. More videos will be made on this topic in the future. Make sure to subscribe so you do not miss them. Bitcoin is both a currency and a network. Most people still think Bitcoin is just digital money, but it's more than that. Bitcoin is both a digital currency and a decentralized network. As a currency, it acts as a store of value, a digital version of gold, and a medium of exchange. But its true innovation lies in its underlying network, the Bitcoin blockchain. This network is global, borderless, censorship-resistant, and immune to central control. Think of Bitcoin like the email app and blockchain like the internet that powers it. One delivers the value, the other guarantees the system works. And unlike traditional systems, no single entity controls it. That's the revolution. The adoption curve. All major technologies follow an S-curve adoption pattern. They crawl to 10% penetration over decades, then explode from 10% to 90% in just a few years. Bitcoin is currently at that 10% mark. That's the tipping point. According to BlackRock's data, Bitcoin is being adopted faster than the internet was in the 90s. And here's what makes it even more compelling. Bitcoin has a fixed supply. Only 21 million coins will ever exist. This creates scarcity. Combine that with growing demand, and you get a textbook supply shock. In fact, Bitcoin's stock-to-flow ratio is more predictable than gold's, making it one of the soundest forms of money ever created. Blockchain, a new financial operating system. Now let's zoom out. What makes Bitcoin powerful isn't just the coin, but the blockchain technology that runs it. Think of blockchain as a public, tamper-proof spreadsheet. Every transaction is recorded permanently, verified by thousands of independent nodes across the globe. There are no banks, no middlemen, no governments approving or denying access. It replaces institutional trust with mathematical certainty. This is the first time in history we have a financial system that operates without needing to trust anyone. The blockchain is always on, fully transparent, and can't be hacked in the traditional sense. It's the financial OS of a digital society. Bitcoin, the first killer app of blockchain. Like email was to the internet, Bitcoin is the first killer app of blockchain. It showed the world what decentralized systems can do. And while there are now thousands of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin remains the most secure, the most decentralized, and the most trusted. It's run by a global network of miners and validators with no CEO, no central server, and no headquarters. Beyond Bitcoin, blockchain is enabling decentralized finance DeFi, smart contracts, and peer-to-peer platforms that could replace banks, insurers, and legal firms. But Bitcoin will always be the first and most battle-tested application. What makes Bitcoin special? You can copy a photo, a file, a movie, but not Bitcoin. It's the first digital object that can't be duplicated. That's why it works as money. It's also secure, open source, pseudonymous, trustless, and immutable. You can transfer it instantly across borders without asking for permission. You can hold it yourself. No bank required. It offers something traditional money never could: true self-sovereignty. And in a digital-first world, that matters more than ever. It's programmable money for a programmable age. The coming wealth transfer. Every few generations, there's a shift that redistributes wealth on a massive scale. Bitcoin is that shift. Those who adopt early and understand the technology position themselves ahead of the curve. Those who dismiss it risk being left behind in a financial system built on inflating fiat currencies. As demand for Bitcoin grows and demand for fiat currencies declines, we could see a historic reversal. Capital flowing from traditional money into digital hard money. Much of the inspiration and insight for this video come from the book Bitcoin Evangelism by Brian DeMint. If you want to explore the concepts outlined in this video in greater depth, I highly encourage you to read it. I'll leave a link in the description below. I want to hear from you. What's your Bitcoin strategy? Are you hedging, aggressively buying, or still watching from the sidelines? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. Be industrious, brothers. Are you ready to join us on this journey? Are you ready to win? If you're enjoying this content, show some love, hit the like button, and give it a thumbs up.